I noticed something strange today. I was at a friend's house while she cleaned out a kitchen drawer. She picked up an old mug, looked at it for maybe 2 seconds, and threw it away. No hesitation, no second thought. It disappeared into the trash like it had never existed. She probably forgot about it 5 seconds later. I've been thinking about that mug ever since, because if it had been mine, I already know exactly what would have happened. I would have started negotiating with myself. Maybe it's still useful. Maybe I could put a little plant in it. Maybe someone will need an extra mug when they visit. Maybe I'll break one of the others. Somehow, one completely ordinary mug would suddenly become 5 different possibilities. And that's when I realized something. I wasn't looking at a mug anymore. I was looking at potential. I wasn't trying to save an object. I was trying to save every future version of myself that might need it. Once I noticed this, I started seeing it everywhere. Empty candle jars quietly become pencil holders. Cardboard boxes become future gift boxes or moving boxes. Old sweaters become the version of me that finally starts going to the gym again. Random cables become something that might be incredibly important one day, even though I have no idea what they belong to anymore. Maybe that's why some people struggle so much more with letting go than others. Not because they're lazy, not because they're disorganized, but because their brains are constantly connecting dots and imagining possibilities. Every object comes with 10 stories attached to it, and throwing it away feels like throwing away all of those stories too. I think that's also why decluttering can feel so exhausting. People love to say, it's just stuff. But it rarely feels like just stuff. Sometimes it's hope. Sometimes it's a backup plan. Sometimes it's the creative version of you that still wants to paint, or sew, or bake bread, or finally start that project you've been thinking about for 3 years. So today, I tried something different. I picked up an empty box, and instead of asking, what if I need this someday? I asked myself something else. Am I keeping this because I need it? Or because I like the idea of the person who might need it? It was such a small question. But the box changed. It stopped being a possibility and became what it actually was, an empty cardboard box. And here's the part I keep thinking about. The question worked on the box, but then I looked up, and it worked on the candle jars too, and the sweater, and the cables. It turned out it was never really a question about objects at all. It was a question about which version of me I kept shopping for. The one who actually lives here now, or the 10 imaginary ones who might show up someday. I didn't throw everything away. I want to be honest about that. But I think I finally understood what I'm choosing between every time I hold something and can't quite put it down. It was never the object. It was always a person. And most of the time, that person isn't me. It's a me who doesn't exist yet and might never need a single empty jar. So maybe that's the question worth carrying around. Not, could I use this someday? But who am I keeping this for? Maybe we're not holding on to things. Maybe we're holding on to who we might still become.